And Jared, this game coming up, this one between the two winless teams in the conference play. Does that give a different kind of motivation, or is it just the motivation to try to win a game regardless of who it's against?
I really think it's the same thing as every week. Just win a game is really what we try to do every week, is win the game in front of us. And this week really doesn't have any extra motivation or anything. And, we know that Colorado has some good players, has some talent. They've been getting better just like we have, and we're excited to go to Boulder and play them.
Jared, you've done a lot of things, accomplished a lot so far this season personally, and developed and played a ton, obviously. Are you waiting for a moment that will help you in the off season to sort of build on kind of what you've started here, and especially in terms of the team? How much would a win against anybody give you guys something you can fall back on in weight training and spring ball and say, okay, that was the day we had it all worked out, and we know how to win because we did it that day? How much would that matter to you guys?
That'd definitely be very helpful. Coming into the off season, knowing that we had, a win here or there that we can kind of build off, like you said, and we would have loved to have more of those opportunities to build off of, but we're down to 2 games now, and we're just gonna do our best in these next 2 games, and hopefully, come out with some W's and go into the off season with some confidence.
And I'm not trying to throw water on your plans, but if you went into the offseason without getting another one, how much more difficult would that be to sort of still have that momentum and get it going? Or do you have to just deal with whatever hand you're dealt?
Yeah, you really just have to deal with whatever happens. But whatever happens going into the off season, and we're just gonna build off whatever we had this year to get better for next year and to have confidence going into next year.
Jared, with the offense you run, you play a lot of receivers. You talked about it after the game on Saturday, of developing a bond with Kenny Lawler. Is it possible to get that kind of a relationship with more than one receiver in an offense where you play so many receivers? Sure,
yeah, that's very possible, and I think I've formed a bunch of bonds this year and a bunch of great chemistry with probably 5, 6, 7 receivers, which has been really, really good. And just Kenny's been stepping up these last 2 games, and I know I have a good goal line threat with him, and jump ball threat with him, and he's proven that he can do it over and over again. So as long as he keeps doing that, there's no reason to go away from it.
Jared, I think 7 touchdowns and just 2 interceptions over the last 3 weeks, and no picks over the last 2. What's changed for you? Is it having a guy like Kenny finally mature, or is it some of you?
I think part of it was, not trying to be Superman out there and just doing what the quarterback has to do, and not trying to, make every play on the field, and just doing what I can do and what I have to do. And I think for a little while there, I was trying to do too much, I would get frustrated and then think, I need to throw a touchdown here, and you can't really do that. And I realized that and fixed it, and I think that's what's been going on the last few games.
At the beginning of the season, I think you were one of the leaders in the country in 50-plus yard passes. It seems like some of the deep threat type plays haven't really been happening the last few weeks. Is that just the coverages you guys are seeing, or is that trying to be a little bit more conservative with the ball? Or
yeah, I really don't know why, but part of the reason could be at least last week we were down early, and they knew that we had to throw the ball, so they would back their safeties up, back their corners up, so it was harder to get over the top. And also probably a little bit of the play calling as well. Just we had a lot of stuff open underneath, a lot of stuff that we liked underneath, and then the same thing with just my decision making. Just a lot of stuff underneath was there.
Jared, sort of a constant for you guys on both sides of the ball has been not being able to get off to a fast start. The first quarters are just putting you in the hole week after week. Why do you think that is? Is it a mental preparation thing, or is some sort of a mental block obstacle you have to get over, and how much emphasis is put on getting a good start?
That's a big thing that we've been trying to work on, and I really don't know what the reason is why we have been struggling getting off to a fast start, but I think once it happens once, we're going to feel it, and we're gonna continue to do it from there. And it's kind of like anything else. Once you feel it for the first time, you want to keep doing it, and it's gonna happen eventually. And when it does happen, we're gonna realize it and be like, all right, well, this is what we need to keep doing from now on, and hopefully continue to do it.